So hello guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to reflect about the Tarantara and the Philippine History Source book. So let's start in the Tarantara, which is an introduction to the Philippine historiography. Did you know that documentary sources or those kind of archipelagos, oral and video accounts are all example of historical sources? Yes, it is. It is because colonial records about the most important part of our collection of historical artifacts, both domestically and internationally. There is another type of documents or historical sources. It is called a memoir or a personal account written by significant historical period. For more, there are two types of sources which is are what we call the primary and the secondary source. The primary sources are those kind of documents, physical objects, oral and videos are all examples. While the secondary sources are those kind of created by many people after many years when a question is occurred. So as a student or a youth, it is affected on me. It is because, as part of media people, I also use oral videos and videos accounts as part of my news and public affairs work. So if this thing did not implement, maybe I will feel difficulties, specifically in terms of my study. So another one was the Philippine history of islands, and excerpt from the original work of Antonio de Morga. So these people are the barbarians and have a little capacity. They possess no fixed house or settlements, but wander in bands and herds through mountains in any country. It needs to give freedom, and they need to be equal of trade. The customary method of trading was bartering one thing to other like cloth, food, lands, houses, slaves, fields, fishing ground, and found trees, both nipa and wild. So next was the Monongol jar. It is discovered in 1946 by Dr. Robert Fox while excavating the Tabon Cave Complex, specifically in Lipon Point. So the inside of the jar contains human bones are covered in red paint and a domed bracelets. So for me, Filipino values one respect of one soul, the compassion, nationalism, and faith. And we are also defected on the Manongol jar. It also affixes the beliefs was the soul gave life, and also mind, and also a will to a person. If it is was our ancestors valued and exemplified, then our nation was nearly great by live or living with those compassionate people. So next was the Philippine History Source Book, the Act Declaration of Philippine Independence. It is a simply act of declaration of the Philippine independence was documented and was read by him before a crowd who attended a ceremony on June of 12, 1898 in Kawit, Cavite. It was Bautista and Aguinaldo who waved the Philippine flag. The Act Declaration of Independence in the Philippines was probably provided by the historian Zaidi. It was the official declaration of Philippine independence, and that was the most treasured milestones that we are Filipinos achieved in our rich history. After being colonized by many nations in the past centuries, our freedom is so priceless. It really affects on me with those social implications. It is because, due of its proclaimed sovereignty and independence of the Philippines from the colonial rule by the Spanish in the American War. After the latter of Spain. Spain was defeated after Spanish and American War. So it really affects on me. It is because many Filipinos were sacrifices for the freedom we owe and we have right now.